Hey now, this is Murdah Urkel, the podcast that dives into the fascinating world where technology and crime intercept. Now, I'm your host, Murdah Urkel. Now, I'm sorry, I'm smiling, my cheeks are hurting. I was just laughing and having a great time with my peoples back here. But really, the song that had me jamming, that had me thinking, that bring me this week's episode was by my nigga Dolph. You know what I'm saying? That went on the river with him and Wiz Khalifa. Oh man, that's my joint. That's my joint. And I was riding on my way here and I was listening to the song and then I talked to my people. I'm like, hey, try it. Listen, this is what happened. And the whoop-de-whoop. Okay, I know y'all don't care about all that or whatever, but this song on the river, it brought me to this week's episode. Now, I want to thank y'all again for tuning in with me. But anyway, this week with Murdah Urkel, we talking about my dude, Dr. John Foster. Rest in peace, Mr. Foster. Another person that was doing great things in crypto. And not even in crypto, he was also a doctor. Here in Missouri. You know, I'm always talking about St. Louis. Because I'm proud. And when I mess up on names and words and things like that, y'all can understand because I'm from the Lou. I'm the best in the Midwest. What you mean? Come on, now. Nelly, what he say? What is, slogan thing? That's what it is. Real talk. It is what it is. Okay, anyway, but real talk, rest in peace to Mr. Foster, Dr. John Foster, right here from Missouri. Y'all, thank y'all for tuning in today, but Dr. John Foster, that's who we're going to be talking about today. And I know y'all trying to figure out how Dolph on the river tuned in with Dr. John Foster and how Dr. John Foster, being a doctor, ties into being with tech and crime and how all intercepts. Well, that's why you're here and that's why I'm talking right now. Okay. Well, let's get into it. Dr. John Foster, he was a doctor, as I say, and a founder. He was a crypto businessman with his brother. He had started this crypto business with his brother. It was a decentralized cryptocurrency earned through a network of mining. Their website had started with how the U.S. dollar is booming now. But nonetheless, he was a father of 8, and he was about to have another one with his new boo. Okay, he was newly engaged. He just got engaged 3 days before all this took place. Like, it's really crazy. He had a dual citizenship with Canada. My dude was doing some amazing things, you know. But nonetheless, they found them on a river. Yeah. Well, not a river. Excuse me for that. You know, I gotta hear the sound and know why I say yeah like that. But nonetheless, they found him somewhere. But before we get there, we need to know who is Dr. John Foster and why anyone would want him dead. Now, you already know everything is already alleged, and my sources come from the best CNN, N3, from Lake of the Ozark, their news source, and everything else. Dr. John Foster, he was born in Provo, Utah. Provo. You know what they say right there. Yeah, I know I be telling y'all all the time I can't say everything like I want to say everything. But I said, right? Okay, that's the beauty of everything right here. But he was from a very large family. He was the third of 7 children. So for him to have 8 children himself and one on the way, he was a family man. That's what he loved. That's what he was used to, having these huge families. You know what I'm saying? Having a nice thing. Aside from being the third of 7, he had attended Margaret High School in Alberta, Canada. Like I said, he did have dual citizenships with Canada. But Alberta, I said Alberta at first, didn't I? Yeah, no, my tummy messed up. It's Alberta. Alberta, Canada. And I said that high school name, I'm not sure, but Boom, bow, bing. Magical scream. It's all for me. Yeah, there you are. You know what I'm saying? He did a great thing. He obtained his medical degree from Ross University of Medicine in Florida. Now, you know, if you in the hood, people be like, oh, Ross got a university. No, girl, not that kind of Ross. Damn. You see, Ross University is different from Ross. Not the little... Girl, I'm not hating because I be in Ross too, so don't get it twisted. But it's Ross University of Madison in Florida is where he attended. And for 15 years, he had worked as a surgeon, as a ER physician, as a doctor at Mercy Hospital here in Missouri. Yeah, St. Louis, Missouri, that's where I'm from. But that's what he did in Caseyville, which is not too far from outside the city. If you know about, Lake of the Ozarks and things like that. And some of y'all probably know about the Lake of the Ozarks from watching that TV show. And I guess it's something like that because they didn't found them on the river. Yeah. No pun intended. I'm sorry. Just getting a little loose. But he was a doctor, a surgeon, an ER, working 80 to 100 hours a week at Mercy Hospital, in Casey, Missouri. He was working so much that he loved his job so much and he devoted his life to being a doctor. Not only like I keep saying, he did this crypto thing with his brother. They were quite impressive for that. Like, how did they come with that? But he did that. Stop. Try not to cuss, y'all. Trying to work on that. Who knows how that work out, because I be cursing all the motherfucking time. But I'm trying not to. Anyway, but he did love his job so much that he bought a $260,000 RV that he lived in when he was on call. That's what you call dedication, Nipsey Hussle. This is his RV right here. 80 to 100 hours of the week he had his job. So he bought this $260,000 RV just to post up on a lot. So when he's tired, he ain't got to run all the way to the crib. He going in there, he going to sleep so he can be right there on call. He ain't got to run around. But he was making millions on a coin. On a coin. I think that's how I said. I be trying to tell you, I can't say it how I want to say it, but I be trying to say it and I be saying it how I be saying it. But on-off coin is the decentralized cryptocurrency earned through network mining. They use this website and it started booming. Like him and his brother made this shit up. Him and his brother, Richard, made this shit up. Now, not all was good. He was a great guy. Now, don't get it twisted. He was an amazing doctor. He bought that $250,000 RV to be on call. Had 8 kids. Dual citizenship with Canada. But again, not all was good because in March 2022, he settled a wrongful death lawsuit against him for a confidential amount. I'm not throwing dirt on the good man name. Please don't get it twisted. It's not me. I'm not throwing dirt on the good man name. This is all out there. Yeah, I know how it is. I don't, Documents show he did settle in March 2002 for a settlement for a wrongful death lawsuit for a confidential amount. He was initially named as a defendant in the wrongful lawsuit death in Lawrence County in 2006, but that's a whole nother case. He had another case in 2006 out of Lawrence County. But him and another doctor was dismissed from this case before the local hospital had settled for 100 G's. In the midst of all this happening, not before all this, what happened to him happened, he had mentioned that he was in danger. He even told his mama. Now you know shit real when a motherfucker tell they mama that they in danger. Not just in danger. He told his mama, I wouldn't be around long. But he still had a lot of shit to smile about. Okay? Now, May 11th, I believe, it was May 11th, according to news sources, judge has finalized his divorce for the second time. God damn it, yes, I said for the second time. He divorced the same woman twice. 2019, he did it and remarried her in 2020. Although he would have to pay almost $20,000 a month. People say he was happy. He had to pay $15,000 to his wife and $4,000 in child support. But remember, he got 8 kids with her. And he a doctor. He balling out of control. And he a crypto dude. He got millions upon millions put up, right? But beautiful family, nonetheless. He didn't contest. When it came to paying her 20 G's a month, when they said that, he didn't even give a fuck. He let her have it. She was his high school sweetheart. He had 8 kids with her. Who gonna stop it? Nobody. He didn't marry the woman twice, so he knew he loved her, but it is what it is. Like I said, they was high school sweetheart. It was nothing that no one could do about it. But one time he had dinner with his family and they talked after the divorce or whatever. They had talked for like 3 hours. And he said he was so happy. He was gully. He was newly engaged 3 days in. And spoiler alert, he had a baby on the way. So not only did he have these 8 kids, he had another one on the way. With the nurse that worked at Mercy in Caseyville, Missouri with him. He was divorcing this beautiful lady right here, became his boo bop. Him, started messing around or whatever, so him and his wife got divorced. They had 8 kids already. She came along, she pregnant. You know what I'm saying? When everything goes down. But he was happy. He was okay paying the other one $20,000 a month. Like it was nothing to him. He was okay with paying her that $20,000 a month to take care of them other kids. Because that was his high school sweetheart. But he was just doing something new or fresh. I don't know. But he had enough money to pay it and he was okay with it. So what happened to my dude? What happened to this loving doctor, the millionaire crypto dude? Well, circumstances around his disappearance and death are still under investigation and have not provided many details. But the last sighting was on May 21st and captured on a surveillance camera in a parking lot by a pool or aquarium thing in Caseyville, Missouri. Now, footage showed him entering his vehicle, leaving it unlocked with his wallet and everything else inside of it. Now, that's crazy, right? Now, according to ABC News, a search began after the emergency room physician didn't show up on May 21st for his shift. Now, this one everything got to pop off, like, because he's a good guy. He works $80 to $100. He got that RV out there. He's gonna be at work. He's gonna be there. So now the thing is, on May 21st, John had texted his fiance and said, "Hey, see you in a little bit." And he texted us as he was walking out the hospital. Now, she replied at 6:59 a.m., but she never got a response back. Now, the victim family believed that he was abducted. According to Fox News, his brother Richard said this was planned. It was neatly done. It was sinister. I want to know when my family is in danger. We know he was scared of something. And on May 21st, he disappeared, and his mama even said there was red flags. Telling Fox News Digital, I remember him telling me, once when he came over for a Sunday dinner a year ago, he leaned over and said, I have a feeling I'm not going to be living for very long. Now, this is what his mama told Fox News Digital. He said this a year before everything happened, and he told her, hey, this is at that dinner. I don't think I was going to be here for very long. Now, just a few months ago, in 23, right before everything happened, he was at dinner and he was happy with them. A year before that, he was telling his mama, and this is digital news, Fox Digital News report. Straight up said, I don't think I'm going to be here for very long. And the mom was like, what are you talking about? And she's like, it kind of scared me. And he just shook it off. He was like, oh, nothing. And from there, you know how mama is. His mama knew something wasn't right. Something was off. His father, Robert Foster, had provided that. Had previously told Fox that his son had made some enemies. And would imply that there are people who didn't like what I'm doing. But refused to elaborate. Now, I don't know. Now, we don't know if he's talking about what was being done for us in the crypto world or for us what was being done at the hospital. But I believe it was the crypto world because he was decentralizing things. Like if you look when that's going, if you look at, you see, if you look at their website, they tell you exactly. It was like, dang, it's a little deep. But when the dad would say something about it, they refused to elaborate. And like he said, his son said, I made some enemies along the way. And would imply he wouldn't be, they like what he was doing. Now, this was the first time John had gone missing. In early February 2022, he was allegedly kidnapped, but he did not report the crime. He did not tell one person that it happened outside of his brother, probably. And that person relayed the story to police and John's family after he had been missing. But he had already, this happened before in February 2022. And according to his brother, it was cold. He was zip tied. His hands, his brother Richard said this. According to his brother, it was cold. He was zip tied and he had felt very unsafe and was taken on a car ride with some people to a bridge and threatened. Like I said, Crypto said this, the one who created the obscure cryptocurrency called on-off with him. So he knew something or something and he didn't report it right. Now, my sis, like I got sisters and brothers, you know what I'm saying? I probably ain't gonna, if I ain't got to report this because I took care of it. Now some, I don't know if I don't know how, but they say they took care of it. I guess, because I don't know. Y'all know how Lou, STL, Missouri, Swampling, and anything else. If my people say something, then it mean that if you get kidnapped and we don't report it, we ain't that shook up to go tell nobody about it, but you been zip tied, took it to a bridge and anything else, and you keep telling your mom and everybody else you ain't gonna be here for long. What you gonna do? Like, real people shit. I was about to say real nigga shit, but real people shit. Everybody know this shit. What the fuck you gonna do? If you don't take care of that shit on your own, you gotta go tell somebody, let it be known. But he ain't say shit. And his brother, Richard, the one that helped him create this shit, ain't say shit either. But he knew about that shit. That's crazy, right? Now, fast forward to May 2023. Woo! Let's get to it. May 2023. Richard, the same brother that said, I thought, as many did around me, knew that he was in trouble and he would make a clever or daring escape. These are quotes that he told Fox News. This is what he told him. He just knew his brother was going to do that. He was going to make a clever or daring escape. When? This time? Last time? I don't know. But I guess because he was saying, since he did that before February in 22, that he figure out a way to get away from them and off the bridge and everything. He popped up at his doorstep, zip tied and everything else, that he was going to figure out a way out of it again since he was kidnapped May 21st in 2023. But unfortunately, rest in peace, Dr. John Foster, crypto god, crypto dude, raking in millions. Like, we can't even say how much your net worth was. That's how sick you was doing it. Because not only because you was a doctor, but you was a crypto dude. Your mind was in two places at once. Like, man, they be knowing what they be doing when they be taking people like you, man. Ooh. His black Infiniti sedan with his stethoscope was dangling. You know, put your stethoscope on the river mirrors. He was really that type of doctor. The stethoscope was captured on the Grammy's surveillance footage about a mile away at 7:12. Now, she texted him at 6:59. At 7:12, his sedan, his black Infiniti sedan, is seen pulling into this parking garage of the Caseyville Aquarium Center. He didn't text her he was going to meet her there, so something didn't happen. He put his phone on the charger, and then something made him run back out that RV, you know what I'm saying, getting his black sedan and leave that phone. But anyway, while that happened, a white SUV can be seen pulling up along the side of the sedan and then departing. About 10 to 15 minutes later, a man the police believe to be as John is seen in the video walking away from the frame of the footage before the camera does not see him returning to the car leaving. Like, it's a whole bunch of moving parts. But the video camera is so grainy and so old. That's why y'all need to stay updated with y'all technology and y'all security footage. Y'all think y'all be getting the good stuff. Y'all be getting still footage snapped real fast. And that's why crime and technology intercepting, ain't got to know which camera's doing what. But that even, now, back to it, the car, the white SUV that was going and moving around, no one's sure about what was going on with that white SUV or the white car. They just know when he pulled up, it pulled up. He, you know what I'm saying? You can see him moving, but you never see him get back in his car and leave. That evening, John was supposed to be due back for a shift at the hospital at 7 p.m., but he never showed up. This man is loved. Everybody know that he got that RV out there. He probably was, they expected him to be out there in the RV taking a nap or something, because he's not doing all that. He's not dipping off on his job. The thing about the Infiniti, his car, his unlocked Infiniti was later found near a facility at a recreational center, and his wallet, his phone, his passport was inside of it. Yeah. Shut it down. Right there. Everything. Now I'm trying to figure out, if you're on the move and you're trying to make some shit happen, if you're not trying to do, if you're just going to work, what did you need your passport for? Who walks around with their passport and everything else? Dr. John had that passport that night. That day. He supposed to be back at work. But his car, which was unlocked, was his passport, his wallet, his phone, and everything else. He had a Google Pixel 6, which was cracked up. It was fucked up when the police found it. But his brother Richard said it was like new condition when he seen them days before. Now, investigators recovered a total of 5 phones. My nigga was popping. Now, we know Kevin Gates. Which way Gates pop up on this screen? My trade made Gates pop up. Now, when I say Gates had 2 phones, one for the plug. Dr. John Foster, he had 5 phones. I know you're a doctor. Plug low, crypto, bitches on the low. I don't know. I guess that's how he made 5 phones, but I don't know why he had 5 phones. But the investigators recovered 5 phones and had a computer from his RV and his Infiniti, but still, they couldn't find John. As days turned, there was no credit card activity. There was no communication. No sign of John at all. Like, ghost. The whole scene. from leaving out the hospital, texting Boo Thing, telling him, hey, I'm going to see you in a bit, to his car showing up at the aquarium in Caseyville, to know John, right? She crazy. Now y'all finna find out why when I was riding and I was listening to Dolph and Wiz Khalifa on the river. Yeah. His story popped in my head. Cause you know, I be into this. I love reading about this shit. I love knowing these different things. And with the crypto guys getting back, butchered and all the other stuff, why not talk about it, you know? Guess where they found them at? On the river. No. I'm just playing. Two kayakers actually found my dude. Rest in peace. It's not fucking funny. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you guys. But two kayakers had made the startling discovery in the water. John's body was found on May 30th floating in Beaver Lake. Like, it's a man reserve in Arkansas, about 25 miles south from the hospital, approximately about an hour or so from Caseyville, Missouri. Or Cassville? Am I saying it right? It's Cassville, Missouri. It's Cassville, Missouri. So I think I'm saying it right now. But it's about Arkansas. It's about, and this is man-made reserve down there. But he was in Cassville, Missouri. And somehow his body ends up being found by two kayakers on May 30th in the Beaver Lake in northwest Arkansas. 25 miles from the house, south from the hospital, about an hour away from Cassville, Missouri. Now, the Benton County, Arkansas sheriff officers took over the case and led the investigation. The detectives confirmed that Foster had been shot. He had a gunshot wound to the head, prompting a homicide investigation. Now, 3 agencies started investigating Foster's disappearance and his murder. The Missouri State Highway Patrol, the Benton County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas, in the case, I'm about to say Cassville Police Department. Now, months after Foster's disappearance, the coroner reports remain finished but unreleased. I don't know why. Y'all told us he was shot in the head. Why it's not released, but okay. Pending the ongoing investigation, the Benton County Sheriff officers remain. They keep this tip line open, but in the same breath, the family revealed that the detectives have executed over 20 search warrants, interviewing the family and friends. Dun, dun, dun. They don't mean nothing. They just started to interview people. They got 20 search warrants. They trying to figure out what happened because they don't happen there. They don't happen. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to tell y'all. Y'all be trying to make the Missouri bad. You know what I'm saying? We got a big city. St. Louis look cool, but you know, it ain't that bad. They don't happen here. And they trying to figure out what happened, so they investigating the family and friends too. Privet. I'm not sure how to say his name, but he's the second law enforcement officer, and summed up that case saying, in his 17 years in the field, this is one of the strangest cases that he ever witnessed and personally been involved in. Now, those is quoted words that he had said to Fox News. In his 17 years in the field, that this is one of the strangest cases that he's ever witnessed and been personally involved in. Meaning this shit is crazy. Suspicions linger around Foster's brother, while other questions emerge around their white SUV. Foster's abandoned belongings, his previous abductions continue to confuse investigators in the community. Like, all of it is like real weird. Real strange, if you ask me. And I can understand why the suspicions continue to go. Like, What's up with this white SUV that was floating around the scene and everything else that picked them? If in my head, it Murdah Urkel white that picked them up, told them get in. Why he leave all this shit? His phone, his passport, his keys, his wallet, his everything. Why you leave your shit? The fact that you've been abducted before and you ain't tell no motherfucking body. What type of shit is that? I told you I was gonna stop trying to curse. But I'm confused, just as investigators and the community is. Anyway, a few things were off, and a few things are still off. As the family prepared to lay him to rest, they came to realize that nobody identified his body. Nobody positively identified him. But here they are having this whole funeral, and nobody in the family, brother, sister, mama, nobody positively identified John Foster. Now, this is a quote. We asked him very pointedly how the body was identified, and the lead detective said that he did. As we asked him, he said, by facial recognition. Now, this by the brother Richard. Richard, the brother that they were questioning whatever. But he said that when he asked them, they said, how did I identify my brother? Because we ain't do it. He told them that the detectives and them said by facial recognition. And with a closed casket funeral, the funerals was left to question everything. One person named Gina, according to KY3.com, or Ozarks Unsolved, pondered what a closed casket means. You have to really keep tight and use your imagination. Because, right, what does that closed casket mean? Someone else, Neil said, that's the first stop. Did you carry a casket of rocks or weight? Because nobody know. He explained that during the funeral, they talked amongst the family about who identified the body, and nobody identified the body, so they didn't know who was in the casket, which is crazy. A lot of unsolved questions. But y'all tell me what y'all think. What it is. I don't know if he took out the and fucked on the river. I don't know, but he was found somewhere in the river. Well, Beaver Lake or whatever. It is what it is. Murdah Urkel over and out. Y'all know what it is. I'm gotta go eat some chicken or some shit.